Yes, we will go live in just a minute, literally about 50 seconds. So we will go live. Hopefully everything's working. My first time going live. We've stopped going live to YouTube. I will post this over on the YouTube channel in just a few minutes. And I think I'll go live on Periscope today too. Trying to do some different things just to have some fun. There's a group that I follow, and when they go live at the beginning during this countdown timer thing, they actually are dancing. You wouldn't want to see me dance. All right, so we are live. It's Chris Harris, Safety Dog, of course, I hope. And let me do this, I believe. It is 1 p.m. on a Monday, and it is the secrets of a safety dog. What are we going to be talking about today? As soon as the screen changes, I will remember. So it is the 28th. We're going to be talking about news, hours of service, right-hand turns, and who's on the podcast this week. I think you might find this interesting. A lot of news this past week. At least a lot that caught my attention. So let me share my screen as I normally do, and we will talk about the news. So the first thing is the new hours of service take effect tomorrow. Yes, the new hours of service in the United States takes effect tomorrow, September the 29th. Here's a really good article on my YouTube Safety Dog page. I was having a discussion with another individual. I don't know who they were exactly because they all go by their handles. And this fella is adamant that the splitting of the sleeper berth on September the 29th doesn't stop the 14-hour clock. And as I was saying to him, everything that I've read on FMCSA and even an article like this that I'm showing you here says yes, it stops the 14-hour clock. So in the link below in the show notes, I've put a link to the video talking about what is changing as of tomorrow. But I just want your opinion. If you want to give me a shot at, if you want to leave a comment here on Facebook. And actually, I don't have my comments up. Why don't I see any? If you're watching, please give me there we go, there's my comments window. Say hi. But I just wanted to say the 14-hour clock stops, in my opinion, when you are splitting your sleeper berth, either 7 and 3 or 8 and 2 in the States as of tomorrow, which is big news. And the 30-minute break, that's big news as well. There's changes there. I don't want to spend too much time on it. Go to the show notes below, click on the link, and watch that video. All right, so changes to the 30-minute segment. Again, there's a video in the show notes below on YouTube that I've created that talks about this, and it's huge. The changes are huge, and I really think drivers should understand what those changes are. So do that, click on the link below and watch those videos. It's, I don't know, 4-minute video. Ratko, hello from Montreal. Bonjour, I don't speak French, Ratko, but hopefully I'm saying your name correctly, but thank you. I haven't been to Montreal in a long time, and I really do. One of the things, I've never been to Quebec City. I've got to get to Quebec City soon. But Montreal is a great place. Some nightlife there, I understand. So, hello from Montreal. And how do can I do that? There. I think I did that correctly. Dragged it on there, and Ratko says hello from Montreal. And Andrew, Mr. Stacy is on. Hello, Mr. Stacy. Let me see if I can do that a second time. Hey, Andrew Stacy from Calgary. Good day, Mr. Stacy. I hope you are doing well. Hope you are both keeping well in this crazy COVID world. So carrying on, the 30-minute break changes big time as of tomorrow in the States. So that's really interesting, I think. This article here, if you've been tuning in at all for any of my podcasts, you know that I am a autonomous follower, I guess I would say. I'm a big Tesla fan. I'm hoping to get a Tesla vehicle soon. I didn't purchase the full self-driving package on it, which is a little expensive for my blood, $10,000. But Tesla, Too Simple, TU Simple, and this company here, Locomation, are all apparent leaders in autonomous software for trucking. Very interesting stuff coming down the pipe. This company figures they'll have something out in 2022. Tesla, of course, is expecting to start deliveries of their tractor in 2021, and Too Simple already has several tractors testing on the road. I believe they're delivering, they hope to have stuff ready for late 21 or 22 as well. Autonomous vehicles, huge thing, as you can imagine. If a truck can drive itself down the road, now the truck doesn't get tired. Will that ever be allowed? And I was reading today this article from this New York accident lawyer talking about autonomous trucks and are they safe? And part of the article talks about who gets sued. If there's no driver there, who's going to get sued? Who's going to be liable for a crash? And how do you know who to sue? So I think it's really interesting, this whole topic. I do believe we are heading to driver assisted, as many of the trucks out there already have software like this, driver assisted technology. I do think we are years and years away from removing totally drivers from the truck. So just wanted to talk about that. Some great articles here. Why haven't other carriers done this, or is everybody else doing that? Leave me a note below. Navistar bundles telematics. I hate the thought of purchasing a truck and then immediately drilling holes to install an ELD system. So at least Navistar is one of the companies that have bundled with telematics, and it has made it a lot easier to install your telematics. Again, talking about Tesla and everything, I did tune into part of Tesla's Battery Day, which is interesting because they introduced a new way of manufacturing batteries. They claim it's a 60% improvement in energy. It will be the one that's used in the Tesla tractor, as well as the cars in the future. Manufacturing to start in 2022. So still a little ways off, but this is how they hope to get 500 miles out of a Tesla tractor between charges. So. And again, even in truck news here in Canada, it made, batteries have made news. And as you can see here, this is Volvo talking about their electric truck that's coming on board. And you probably already know Freightliner and Volvo, they have their electric trucks already out there and on the roads. They're not long haul, they're not 500 mile, but they are out there. A huge shout out to, I guess I'm going to have to refresh this page. Give me 1 second. Refresh. A huge shout out to this driver, and we'll probably have to watch an ad. Oh, maybe not. But as you can see here, this driver, and I'll get my head out of the way to give credit to the news agency.
These days, life looks a little different. Mercy One is here for you, offering the same quality health care with the highest standards of safety. We'll continue to provide care you can trust. Mercy One, your best life, our one purpose.
The ad is now over.
New at noon, a fiery rescue on Interstate 80 in eastern Iowa is all caught on camera. In the video from August 30th, you see that? You can see the semi-truck rear-ended another and burst into flames. The driver is trapped inside. Bob Smith rushed to help. He used a fifth-wheel puller to smash out a window and pull the driver to safety. Previous career, Bob knew just what to do.
Technical collision investigator for the state of Iowa for the State Patrol for 11 years.
He thinks that what he did, wasn't that big of a deal. But
Right, I don't know if you can hear that or not, but there's a picture of the man, and in my opinion, he is a hero. Just as many of you are truck drivers keeping the store shelves full out there. And by the way, I was at Canadian Tire on the weekend, wanted to pick up some cleaning supplies, and I was in the household cleaning supply aisle. And I was amazed at the fact that there was actually empty shelves. 1/3 is my estimate of the shelf in the household cleaning aisle was empty. So, which brought to mind, is this COVID related? Are factories shutting down because of COVID? Are drivers off sick because of COVID? Today, the secret from Safety Dawg. All right, so that's it for the news. The secret from Safety Dawg, and why do I have scooters on my screen? I just pulled up 2 websites here. Both are in Hamilton where I live, so a little promotion for those from Hamilton. But why do I have scooters? One of the things that I've been doing a lot of road testing of drivers recently, and right-hand turns scare the bejesus out of me. All right, right-hand turns scare the bejesus out of me because they are often taking the right-hand turn too wide. As I explained to the drivers when I'm working with them, we try to keep our our tandems of the trailer about 18 inches from the curb. And why? Well, this would block out scooters. Let me see if I can get my finger pointing over there. Scooters, over there, scooters. Some of these scooters and some of these electric bicycles can get greater speeds than 50 kilometers an hour. I've seen some up at 50 and 60 kilometers an hour. And as these become more and more popular, we're going to see a heck of a lot more of them. Especially in places like New York City, downtown Toronto, Chicago, any places that have a lot of cars, you can probably get around better on a scooter or an electric bicycle. And with these speeds, I saw one recently that had a 50 mile per hour limit on it. 50 miles per hour on a bicycle. So my fear is if these trucks are taking wide right-hand turns, uneducated scooter and bicycle drivers are going to come on the inside of that truck. And it's going to be a terrible accident. So please, what I'm asking you to do as a little tip, educate your driver. Show them some of these examples of these scooters and ordinary bicycles, of course, but scooters, motorcycles, these electric bicycles that don't look like anything. This looks like an ordinary bicycle. This scooter, these are not fast, these versions, but there are very fast ones out there. So I just want you, or I'm encouraging you to educate your drivers on the right-hand turn, how to do it correctly so that we keep the trailer tandems or the trailer tires about 18 inches from the curb. And if we can successfully do that, we are discouraging those motorcycles, scooters, bicycles, and electric bikes from coming up on the inside of us because they may not know the danger that they are exposing themselves to and the risk that they're putting truck drivers at. So that's it. Who's on the podcast this week? Well, this week I found it really interesting. Dana Smith, the mindful trucker. The mindful trucker. You're going to have to tune into the podcast to find out what the heck Dana is talking about and his company, The Mindful Trucker. What does it do? I found the interview quite interesting myself. And sorry, I'm just going to pop into the screen here. Take that off, take that off. There we go. The Mindful Trucker. I found the interview quite interesting. I've never met Dana. I found him on the internet. He is Canadian from the East Coast, so you might find that of interest. Dana Smith of the Mindful Trucker. Tune into that. Well, that's it for this week. I thank Ratko and Andrew from Montreal and Calgary, respectively, for saying hi on the chat. Appreciate you all very much. Have a great day. That's it for this week. See you next Monday. Safety Dogs out.